What is up, YouTube? Brandon here, aka ChefStrong. We are heading to the gym, the strongest gym this side of the Mississippi, Mission Fitness Center. Got legs on the menu today. Plan is, I'm hoping to film my my warm-up, kind of like a little giant set where I do the abductor machine, leg curls, leg extensions, lying leg curls. I'm hoping I can film that. Sometimes it's a little chaotic up in that area, so if I were to film, I'd just look like an asshole, and I don't want to do that. So squats, we're trying to build up to a top set of 600, hoping to aiming for 3 to 5. The previous time, my previous heavy day, we built up to a set of 4. Previous week to that, it was a set of 3. So it'd be cool to hit 5 today. I'm not trying to bite off more than I can chew though right now, because I'd like to do the rest of the workout, and I'd like to not feel like I got hit by a train. And then we're gonna do hack squats if it's open. A little bit more leg extensions, a little bit more leg curls, seated leg curls though. And then I'll probably, depending time, I want to add the reverse hyper. I love the reverse hyper, just feels good. That decompression on your spine on the way down, this feels good. More people should do that. Yeah, that's gonna be the workout. This morning I did my cardio. This past weekend, I hit a new body weight low of 292, which is funny to say, because if you were to ask me, 10, 15 years ago, a new body weight low at 292, it's interesting to be at that body weight and look the way I look. Obviously, I'm not a shredded bodybuilder, not jacked beyond belief, but I hold the weight decently well. So it's kind of just humorous speaking on those numbers, because when you ask most people that number, the visualization is not how I look, or how a good chunk of my friend group looks. That once you get into powerlifting and the bodybuilding space and the strongman space, you get a bunch of weird friends. I love my friends though. Damn, I just got to the railroad that I got stuck at on Saturday. Sometimes this could be a long time. Hopefully it's not this time. But yeah, so that is the workout. Hopefully it's going to be a great workout. It will be a good workout. It will be. Got some good tunes. Going to be good energy in the gym. It's going to be a good workout. Anyways, see you guys there. Whole purpose to doing it like a superset is just to get the blood flowing and break a sweat, to put yourself in a better position when it comes down to squatting. So I am warmed up versus not being warmed up, rushing the squat, and then having a bad performance on the squat, which is a priority. So by being actually warmed up, my muscles are awake, blood is flowing. Oh yeah, that's the reason for doing a superset beforehand. Not crazy weight, but just getting the hamstrings, getting the quads, getting them awake so they are ready to do what they're supposed to do. I think the abductor machine is a very underutilized piece of equipment. When you think about it, the abductor, especially, just call it your inner quad, that's the whole support for your squat. That, if that's not strong, those are your stability muscles. Those are not the pretty muscle, but they're your stability muscle towards your squat. So if those aren't growing, getting stronger, this is a meathead thought process here, but if the pieces of a bridge, if you can have the main thing, right? I'm not an engineer, so laugh at me what you may, but the bridge is strong, right? But you need the beams underneath there to keep that upright. If those aren't strong, it doesn't matter how strong that one beam is, eventually it will fall. So a very meathead 101 right for you. But very underutilized machine. There. All right, time to squat. Let's go. Last warm-up set. Normally around like 500 is where I'll put on a belt. Kind of think unless you're actually trying to go beltless and train beltless, there comes a point where like putting on a belt is just being smart. Right now we're not, the purpose isn't to train beltless, so 500 is where I put on a belt. It's where I start like mentally, like everything's in check. Legs are firing, placement of the bar feels good, mental space is good. So we'll do this, see how it feels. We may do another set between this, but more than likely we'll go from 5 plates to 6 plates and see where it goes from there. Post-truck recap. 3 times fast. Post-truck recap. Post-truck recap. Post-truck recap. Lauren made it seem like that was harder. Squats were good today. Squats were very good. Today is more of the powerlifting focused day. So went up to 6 plates, 600, and hit for 5 reps, which is extremely satisfying. I love using 600. I've been doing it for the past few years. 600 is kind of my, my builder, to see where I'm at, kind of like a tracking progress. I've done it, again, several years, from my math, my equation and different apps that I've used, 600 for 10 equals 800. So what I've done in previous preps, not to say I'm in a prep right now, but when I've hit 600 for 10, I'm like, all right, my body can handle 800. I haven't done it with anything. I've done like 720s, 725, 750 for like 5 and 3 reps. But I haven't done anything exceeding that for like a 10 rep. And honestly, it's just because I think there's a higher risk to reward ratio there. But 600 has always been a good thing. It's kind of like building up to a heavy enough weight where I feel like this is heavy, and then banging out reps with it. And just doing it with an AMRAP kind of just, I don't know, maybe in my mind it's kind of a one set, one all out, and then I can move on. versus, sometimes in prep where like 600 for a 3x3. Like I think I've done more total volume with 600 when it comes down to like reps and sets. But to bang out one set of X amount of weight, like muscular endurance, like it all comes together and it just feels really good. It feels really, really good. And it's really cool to be like, when people have asked me what's your heaviest set or what's the hardest squat you've done, saying 600 for 10 always just sounds really cool. My inner child, maybe it's a little bit of the ego, former athlete type of vibe, like saying 600 for 10 is really cool. Normally, like when you start with it, you say 600 and people look at you like, oh, of course you do more than 600. Then you say for 10. It's like, oh, this man's serious. But it felt really good. Again, 2 weeks ago, I did it for 4. 4 weeks ago, I did it for 3. So like progress is there. I don't know how far I'll take it. Maybe I do in 2 weeks. Maybe I will have like a day where I do it for a set of 10. It's just going to be not a set of 10, 2 sets of 5. It's just going to be a longer day and I'll have to consciously be like, speed up, boy. After that, we did some back down sets with 315. No, my squat bar, so 325. Really just emphasizing the depth and getting that stretch on my quads, which sometimes it just, after you do a heavier weight and you go down and do back down sets, your body mechanics are so much more active. A lot of meathead talk right now. Where like it's controlled, you feel it, you can feel your joints stacking. The motion just feels good after going heavy. Your body's just awake. Then did a couple sets on hack squat. I don't think I got any video of that. Hopped on seated leg curl and then leg extensions just to finish it up. Last week what I did, and on my bodybuilding day, I kind of do like an FST7 thing, where like 7 sets of 12, with 30-second rest in between on leg extensions. Today it was more just sets of 10, getting a squeeze at the top, because to be honest, after the 600 I was gassed, and after doing 315s, the back down sets I was gassed. Definitely gonna have a good night's sleep. We gotta finish our shake, but it felt good. Definitely just an overall just good squat day. It was, sometimes it just feels good. Like you're doing it again, the body's just, everything's on and you can feel it. And it's hard to explain, but there's some days when you just look at your training partner and you're just like, yo, today's a good day. And you know it right when you walk in, it's there. Damn good day. All right. Gotta go home, walk the dog, cuddle with my lady, let her know I love her. Always. And then sleep and hope that I wake up on time. Sometimes on these like these really good squat days, these heavier days, I'm getting an extra hour of sleep and it's not by choice. That's where the juggling life and powerlifting and bodybuilding, like when you're doing this, there's a juggling that has to happen. Sometimes I wish I could get here earlier. I try my best to get here earlier. Right now, I'm finishing up at 8:30. I think I got here 5:30, started training at 6. So it's kind of it's hard. But it is what it is. You got to figure it out, right? Whew. All right. We're all done talking. Cheers, you guys.